My game Colornova just finished participating in the February Steam Next Fest. So let's talk about if it was worth it. Roll intro. My name is Tez Fraser. I'm a game dev and content creator, currently working on my color matching space shooter Colornova. In Colornova, you battle against endless waves of meteors with wacky effects. You use your ships, skills, and power-ups to keep your planet alive for as long as possible. If this sounds interesting to you or you want to show some support, please go wishlist the game on Steam. And also, despite Next Fest being over, the demo is still free and available to play at any time. So, Next Fest. If you're not familiar, Next Fest is a showcase of game demos for games ideally releasing in the next few months following the event. It's basically a sneak peek, and it's kind of known as almost a wishlist cheat code. You put your game in and success comes out, at least theoretically. To participate in Steam Next Fest, your Steam page has to be up, you have to have a live demo, and you also need a trailer. If all those things are approved and you opt into the event, well, that's about it. There are a few pieces of advice that pretty much everyone says. The first being that Next Fest is actually not the best place to debut a demo. Meaning, if this is the first time you're exposing your game to the public, it's probably not going to go so well, and you're likely to fail. You want feedback and a little time to experiment and some time to iterate. Next Fest isn't for your first demo, it's theoretically for your last demo, the last version of it before you eventually release your full game. Which brings me to the next point, which is that you shouldn't participate in Next Fest unless your game is going to come out within 1 to 3 months of it. You want to keep up that momentum. You don't want folks to delete your game from their wishlist because it's taking too long to come out, or it's just simply out of sight and out of mind. And the final big piece of advice that I've heard is that you should go into Next Fest with about 2,000 wishlists if you want to be super successful. Now, these aren't hard rules, right? Just the rules that more or less guarantee you a very successful Next Fest. For Colornova specifically, I had about 15 to 20 different iterations of the demo prior to Next Fest. So, very close to a final demo. I released the first demo January 16th, so an entire month prior to Next Fest. But I only entered with about 89 wishlists, with my store page being up from late November, early December. And Colornova will release on March 20th, about a month after Next Fest. So let's talk about how Colornova performed. Like I said, I entered with 89 wish lists, and by the end of the week, I had about 160. So I nearly doubled my wish list. It's not thousands, but nearly doubling the count that took me months in a week's time is great. 89 is pretty low for entering Steam Next Fest, but I didn't have much of a choice. Because of my release date, which I've known for months, this was basically my only opportunity to participate in a Next Fest. Almost a Hail Mary, because it's not like entering Next Fest was gonna hurt me in any way. I was not gonna delay my release to enter another Next Fest months down the line. It just wasn't gonna happen. I should also mention the amount of people who save/download the demo during that time. 1,263 licenses were issued, with about 73 people total playing. Licenses issued means that folks added the game to their library. I had an average of about 7 people per day playing the game, and for the record, only 120 licenses were issued during the week of Next Fest, meaning most of the licenses are actually from me releasing the demo a month prior. So for me, in particular, I'd say that Next Fest was successful. If I get no more wish lists from this day on, then I'm still launching Colornova with nearly triple the amount of wish lists that I did my last game. So I think the short answer is yes. If you have a demo or can make one quickly, and you know your game's gonna launch within a month or two of Next Fest, you should participate. Realistically, you have nothing to lose. In fact, as far as work goes, Next Fest was almost a break for me because I didn't want to break the demo. I had maybe one small fix the entire week, where as I said in previous videos, I was updating the demo 2, maybe 3 times some weeks. Now, there may be people watching this that either had a game in Next Fest that did way better than mine, or maybe they even saw one that did way better than mine. Perhaps the opposite. Games that did way worse. I can't speak to those that did way better. I gotta wait for your devlog on that. But I can maybe tell you some things that helped me do better than the folks that didn't get too many wish lists. I tweeted, I did posts on Blue Sky, I had shorts and reels and TikToks. Just being in Next Fest doesn't mean that you're gonna get publicity. Sure, you'll get some traction, but like, you need to be boots on the ground, getting people to try your game. I'd literally go onto X and Blue Sky, search up Steam Next Fest or the Next Fest hashtag, and I'd be like, hey streamer, you should try my game next. You should check out Colornova. You should check out the demo. Or hey, I saw that you're looking for cool new indie games to try. Why don't you try out my game, Colornova? I did this for hours every day of Next Fest. And honestly, if I had to do this all over, I'd start even earlier than Next Fest. There were several streamers that I reached out to that already had a schedule of which demos they'd be trying. So I was just trying to sneak my way in. If I had reached out earlier, then I'd probably be in those schedules. You should be asking folks to play your demo well before Next Fest. And maybe reach out to streamers early so that they can put you in their schedule. There were literally 3,000 demos. You have to stand out somehow. I even ran a contest for free Steam keys to the full game. And the person that won literally told me that they found out about my game because they were looking for games with contests that are participating in Next Fest. I made a post on Reddit, tried to have some camaraderie with fellow Love2D game devs. I posted on some Discord servers. You gotta want it. So if you're not putting in that work, you're gonna have a bad Next Fest. And your game only gets one shot. So now that Next Fest is over, what's next? For one, I got some feedback about the difficulty curve, so probably gonna try to improve that a little bit. I've had a few requests about controls. People want to be able to map a certain color to a button, so I'm looking into that as well. And the major work this week will be local co-op. Despite making an entire other local multiplayer Love2D game, this time it'll be a little bit more difficult because I didn't really design Colornova fully to be local multiplayer to begin with. There will likely be some weird and janky code to resolve, but I started the process a few weeks ago, so hopefully I can get it done pretty fast. I still need to do achievements, and I have a handful of cool ideas that I like to implement, but the game has progressed really far. In fact, after this video, I'm submitting the first release build for the full game, mostly because Steam reminded me that my game releases in under 3 weeks. But things are looking good. I know this wasn't the most exciting devlog, but not all parts of game dev is showing off really cool stuff. It's not always programming or making art. So I want to be more transparent about that. If you found this video helpful or interesting, I'd really appreciate if you, 1, wishlist Colornova on Steam, and 2, subscribe to the channel. Likes and subs are a great way to indicate to me that this is the kind of content that you want to see and that is worth making. So with all that being said, let me know in the comments. How was Next Fest for you? Was it a big success or did it fall flat of your expectations? If you didn't have a demo, did you play any demos? Did you play my demo? Was anything surprising to you about Next Fest or perhaps something I said in the video? Also, if you have questions or thoughts and you want to share them with me personally, feel free to drop in the Discord and come hang out. Once again, thank you for watching. My name's Tess Fraser, and I'll see you in Devlog 8.